Yep.
Delio. How was our week this week?
It's great.
It's been good. We had a big snowstorm at the beginning of the week. New York's just been getting dumped on this winter.
I forgot.
Yeah, no, it's just, at least it's not as cold. Last snowstorm, it was like, negative 15 wind chill for 3 weeks afterwards. This one, at least it's like in the 30s to 40s.
Okay, we'll take that. I'm gonna come into town on Tuesday, and it's like gonna be under 30 degrees.
Yeah. How long are you in town for?
A day.
Oh, okay.
I get in at 6 a.m. and then I leave on Wednesday morning at like 6 a.m. So literally 24 hours. I just have a rehearsal, and then I've got a show next weekend. 2 shows.
Okay. The show is also in New York?
So the Friday night show is in the Hard Rock Cafe Casino in Florida. Okay. And then we have a birthday party on the next day. And I'm laughing because I just got a big fat NDA in my email today. I'm like, okay. And if I say anything, this person will sue me for everything I have.
We will not talk any more about it.
Yeah.
But you have a very glamorous life.
Oh, you think it's... Girl, we almost got swept up by the cartel in Mexico this week.
I was so worried about you. I know that it was all going down like...
I thought it was on the other coast.
On the West Coast? No, but I was seeing all these posts. I'm like in these travel groups, these like Mama Doc travel groups, and people were posting crazy stuff. And I was just like, oh no, that's where Celicia and Andrew and Ajax are right now.
Yeah, like we were in San Francisco because we're in Fresno, but we were gonna get a flight 3 hours north in San Francisco. And 3 hours before the flight, we're all at dinner, and we get a text being like, the leader of the cartel just got killed in Mexico. It's chaos. The airports are shutting down. I'm like, do we get on the flight? Or do we stay home? And when I said, let's go to the airport. Let's ask all the questions. Let's do all the research. And if it doesn't feel right, we're not getting on the plane, and we can change our mind all the way up until boarding time. And Andrew was like, I totally agree. And we got there, and all the flight attendants were like, it's chill.
Yeah, it's another coast. It's a big country.
It is a big country. Yes. But no, I just heard that they were targeting touristy areas, and obviously like Cancun and Tulum and Playa del Carmen and Cozumel, they have like big tourist areas.
Yeah. No, luckily, so it was a 35-minute drive from the airport all the way to our resort. There was no crazy activity. Like it was a normal day, the whole drive. Because I was looking, I was like, what's going on? Are we gonna get pulled out of the car?
I mean, our other friend Lindsay Carson's there right now, and I think they got stuck. Like she posted something about like her trip got extended by 3 days, and they had to go like get supplies at like the mega, like the Costco.
Their Costco.
And she was also in, I think, Cancun.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah. Maybe she was in Puerto Vallarta.
I think she was in Puerto.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be.
Puerto Vallarta.
Where like
things were going down. Yeah.
But I love that. It's like, we can't. We have to stay longer at our hotel, so we have to go to Costco. And it's like,
that's something we would do.
Well, no, you go to Costco. But I was going to say, like, if you're told like shelter in place, Costco is not.
Not sheltering in place.
Costco is not shelter. I know. I was like, I don't mind sheltering in place in my resort.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't want to leave the palace walls. Yeah, I was scared, but also thank you guys. I was excited to do our call from Mexico, but I'm like the Wi-Fi was a little spotty, so thank you for being able to do it today.
No, of course.
I think this week was a big week. What do we think?
Yeah, we got a website.
We got the website. And so I've started texting people. I don't know if anyone has filled out the form yet. Cedric?
I think like 2 or 3 people filled out. I think Gabrielle. Yeah. I copied I was able to download all the previous forms. There were like 10 or 11 people from the previous form. I copied them all into Shopify. So that's all populated. And then I have to get the designs out to the factory next week. That's my goal.
Okay, this is exciting. I felt excited. I texted maybe 10 to 15. I think that's what you said too. Texted about 10 to 15 people of like, this is the thing, here we go. And so for me personally, I am measuring how long does it take for people who know me to follow the link and to get it done. And how much
Mhm.
do I take into consideration people who I know are busy versus, I don't know. I feel like everybody's busy post 2020 these days, but
Yeah.
how long is it going to take without me hammering down? And how can we make the amount of time from when I do a reach out to when they go to the website versus when they submit photos? How can we make that time go like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
we've
that's my
definitely had that friction. Like, good like coworker friends of mine that like to this day still haven't gotten measured, which to be fair, I'm not harassing them
Yeah.
about it. It's a little tricky at work because either it's someone who I like technically supervise, so then it's like
Here, I supervise you. I
like,
know I
like,
supervise you, but take off all your
like
clothes
yeah,
and take out, and
but
send
like
them
also,
to my website.
it's even more like the we're doing it for free, but then do they feel like they owe me? I don't know. There's like some weird. I need to like figure out in my head how I feel about that when it's people that I work with, even though I'm like friendly with them. It's different when it's just like a friend of mine, where like I have several good friends that have done it, and we've just given free pairs, and like that's totally fine. But yeah, at work it's a little trickier, and so I haven't really been like following up with them.
So I think we have to find like our own little secret sauce of what is the best way to follow up. We don't want it to feel like a chore. We don't want it to feel like, I don't know, it should feel like, because I did the same thing when Cedric, and Becca, when you first reached out to me to do this AI thing, that was back when it was 3D model.
Yeah.
It took me forever to send a
It
photo.
took a few follow-ups.
Yeah.
And or even like it was
my
so
trainer.
easy.
My trainer wants a pair, right? But like, she hasn't gotten measured yet. And like initially it was like, well, she was postpartum. So I was like, well, that's fair that she probably like wants to get back kind of more to her like pre-pregnancy state. But yeah, there's definitely, we need to come up with a method to like follow up with people with like not in like a non-pressurizing way.
Yes, because once we crack that code, I really stand by this. I don't care what it sounds. I really feel like this will change the future. It's because it is a lot less friction than going into a store and trying on 8 pairs of jeans before, like, just take a freaking photo.
Or it's also less time than a return.
Yeah, I was gonna say even worse. Like I will go into a store and try on 8 pairs of pants more than I will order 8 different sizes and then have to return them.
Yeah.
Because like to me, like returning things is just like
it's a pain.
It's a pain, and they've made it easy, right? Like we can, like Amazon, we can take stuff to the Whole Foods, which is like 3 blocks from us, but I still doesn't happen until it's like the deadline.
Oh yeah, how did that wrapping paperwork go for you?
Exactly. I got these Christmas like gift wrapping bags, because this Christmas I adopted a family, and it was like a mom and 6 kids, and it was like a lot of stuff that I had to wrap, and I'm not good at wrapping presents. And so I was like, oh, I'll get some gift bags. Like that'll be, like so much easier. And I ordered the first set I ordered came, and I didn't like the way they looked. I thought they felt like really too cheap. And so I found some other ones, but then like I literally took that first set back on like January 31st. It was freezing cold.
But at like 8:30 p.m.
Yeah. He was like, if you don't do it now, it's past that like Amazon deadline. And they weren't even expensive, but I was like, it's wasteful to throw, I don't want to throw them.
Yeah.
But even worse for clothes, like a lot of times when you return clothes, like they just get like
landfilled.
Landfilled. Like a lot of places don't actually turn around and resell them. And so that feels horrible.
Wow, I didn't even realize that.
That was when we first started thinking about this project. That was actually one of the motivations as well, is like, how do you minimize that waste? Like if you just make things that fit people, like fit them, and like then people aren't returning things, and things, extra clothing isn't going to landfills,
It's made to order, so the chances of them having to return it is highly diminished. And sustainable. Okay, wait. Oh, I love that. Hold on. Speaking of, okay, I know what it is, and I've known you guys for years now, but just because this is a video podcast and people might be getting to know us through here, getting to know you guys through here. Okay, Cedric, what's the stuff you got on your neck?
What? Where? Am I still spotted?
Yeah,
Oh,
you look, you got one there.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Cedric's
spotted.
always spotted.
Yeah, I get like cupped once or twice a week. Yeah. Twice a week. Yeah.
The cupping?
Yeah, cupping. Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was like, when we went to that conference in Austin, I'm like, do all his friends know that he does cupping all the time?
Yeah.
Because they look like something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're all over.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he's always got cupping marks.
Yeah, not always on my neck. It's usually on my lower,
torso, like
lower torso. I've been having like lower back issues on my right side for at least a few years now. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I
used to have FAI and then I got my balls shaved.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
My hips, the ball and socket.
Cedric has his way of saying things.
Yeah. So femoral acetabular impingement. So there's a ball and a socket, and so there's like extra bone growth in the ball versus
the femoral head.
The femoral head versus the acetabulum, and used to grind against each other. So I'd have like incredible hip pain. Yeah,
I did not know that.
Yep, and then they cleaned up the joint.
Yeah, they basically smooth everything out.
So that's what you said.
He had one side done before our wedding and the other one done after.
After our wedding, yeah. So yeah,
we did dance practice in between.
Yes, so that was always fun. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Oh wait, are you always in pain every time I see you?
What's that after?
Like when
are you in pain whenever I see you?
No, I have a high pain threshold, so like what I consider in pain is differs from most people.
He does a lot of it as like maintenance.
Yeah, maintenance and preventative. So with my kung fu coach, it's more I refer to it as like the yin practice of just like dealing with the pain for like 15 minutes at a time.
Oh my gosh, there's just so many things. There's so many layers there.
Yeah.
For your family, this can be related to the company, one of the companies that you're starting, Bézier, or it cannot be related to that. What does success look like for you guys?
You're going to focus on the company.
Oh, for Bézier? Yeah.
What does success look like for your family? It could be
our family.
Yes, for your family.
Yeah. Well, I think we continue to like maintain the life that we have. Ideally, I worry more about if AI comes and takes displaces me consulting wise. It'd be nice to have to maintain our lifestyle with Bézier as a backup. It's kind of how I look at it. So it's not that this needs to be incredibly successful in an IPO, but ideally it replaces current income.
The fact that you just said like you're coming up with a backup for if AI places one of the many things that you do is so crazy to me, because you are like the AI genius of geniuses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to definitely be considering a lot other things in my own life. I'm like, what are the things that I have to do in person? I have to get a haircut in person.
Yeah.
Like Equinox is replacing a lot of their masseuses with the robots, like the massage robots. And I'm like,
No.
that is not the same.
It's not.
I know they don't charge as much for it, but I'm like, no, you should have I want my masseuse to be like a human who experience and
knows your body and knows you.
Knows the body. Yeah.
I feel the robots can follow a routine, that they're very good at following a routine. I don't think that they know how to find a spot or not and just apply pressure until it releases. I don't think they have. They don't have that.
That's
sense.
Intuitive.
Yeah, they don't have the intuition, and they don't have the feedback loops built in. They can pretty much follow the A to Z routine, just like a trainee. But when it comes to actually saying this is a good spot and you need to focus on this, I don't think they have that ability yet.
Wait, what do you mean robots at Equinox? I don't know. Are you talking like a massage?
They're a massage robot that have two little fist things, and they have the 6-axis arms, just like you see in robotics, car manufacturing plants. And they literally go in and they just they can shake, they can pound a little bit, but they don't. They follow a routine.
It's like a sharper image, like massage.
Yeah,
chairs.
it's pretty much
Like-
the
like the chair
yeah,
you sit in
it's
for
a
your
modern
pedicure.
version of the sharper image massage chairs. Like you see those at airports, like you
Yes.
just like
I
sit
like
and they
those.
like vibrate. Yeah, they're just doing that.
But it's one thing if you're just like on a layover and you're like, sure, I'll kill some time. It's
Or like
another,
for
your-
$5,
for
yeah.
your spa experience to be a robot. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I completely agree with you, Becca.
But
That
also
sounds
another thing
wild.
that I don't see AI, in my opinion, replacing is live performers, like what you do, Salisha. Like, I want to go to Broadway shows and see humans acting.
Yeah.
Like whether movies end up being like computer generated, like I don't know, but like live theater, I don't think you can do that without humans.
What would you say about this? What if, I'm sorry, I'm just having this thought right now, and I don't even know what I think about it. I'm just saying I feel like it could totally happen. If the live theater experience evolved into holograms of it.
Well, Disney does this. They have this at Disneyland, like with hologram performances and recorded, video capture. That already kind of exists, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's still recorded. Like, just because you watch Avatar with the 3D glasses doesn't make it like there's still like human performance capture.
Yeah.
But entertainment we've had like on a smartphone and at home, and like flat screens are no longer small screens. They've gotten bigger, but it's still not the same as like live performance.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like literally when I was on my walk, I was thinking about all these things and I was like, I have to sing back up for Hugh Jackman in person. I got to get a haircut in person. I called my tax people and was trying to make an appointment. They're like, can you come in on March 23rd? I was like, I'm not in New York City right now. I'll be here then and here. They're like, oh, that won't work, but just upload the files online and then she'll call you. I'm like, why wasn't I doing that for the last decade?
Yeah.
Like, why did that have to be in person?
Yeah. Accounting and everything else we've been doing offline for like even before COVID. I think what 90% of it was you do the tax prep and then like maybe I'll do a pre-tax season and we'll go in for a meeting. But for the most part, it's been all offline. And then even with now with my bookkeeper, I have Claude download all of my transactions and like do the first run through everything like with AI, and then when it comes to the last 2 or 3 transactions, I can't figure out why they don't balance. I have a professional help, but we don't need the same amount of time, like face-to-face time prepping everything. So.
Oh my God, that literally is a game changer.
Yeah, but the thing you can't fully outsource to AI is responsibility. So when an audit happens, you can't just send ChatGPT in your place. To explain away why everything you did was legal.
This literally came up this week. Cedric had to renew his global entry, and when you do that, you have to list every country you've traveled to in the last 5 years since your last renewal.
Yeah.
And Cedric, this was Cedric. This wasn't Claude's fault. It was Claude, right?
No, yeah, it was Claude. It was Claude going through my emails, but I just told it.
But Cedric gave Claude a bad query, basically.
Yeah,
and
bad prompt.
He said like look for United flights.
Look for all my United flights. I fly Star Alliance. Also check Turkish Airlines, and find all the places I've been to in the last 5-6 years.
And so he submits this list, and I'm looking at it, and I'm neurotic, so I have a note with every trip we go on. I have this in a note in my phone, and I was like, "You're missing like five countries, not to mention the cruise that went to 3. Like it was literally missing like 8 or 9 countries.
Not 8 or 9 countries.
Yeah.
And I was like, they might not approve. They might think you're lying and not reapprove your global entry, or like make you come in for an interview, because like after the first one, they often let you just like resubmit online and then you just get an approval. But I was like, can you I have this list. It's easy enough for me to just send it to you when you need it. You know? And
so next time I'll just we'll have Becca.
Am I dumb for asking this? What is global entry? Because I saw the passport line yesterday.
Yeah.
But
when you go overseas and you come back, there's a like pre-approved like fast track line.
Yeah, basically you don't have to go through customs, immigration and customs the same way. You go through like
I saw that line. It was much shorter.
It's just a kiosk. Like it's like literally like a kiosk.
They scan your face,
your passport in your face.
Everything's already pre-cleared.
You give a receipt to like the customs officer, and then you go. Like it's a game changer if you travel internationally a lot.
Yeah. We haven't really benefited ever since Savi, because we travel with the nanny.
And she doesn't have it.
We need to get it for her.
But with it, you also get TSA pre-check. So that applies to domestic travel.
Oh, is it like hard to get global
No.
entry?
No.
Then why doesn't
The
everyone
first
do
time
it?
it requires an in-person interview.
Yeah,
That-
the first time you have to do an in-person interview. So I
Yeah.
remember taking the air train to JFK to do my interview.
Yeah. But now they have TSA on return. You can
On
get
a-
global
yeah,
entry on
return.
on
Yeah,
return.
so that's what we did for Zavi. We applied for him online, and then if you are returning from an international flight, you can like just at the airport go do it like at that time. Like
Yeah.
it's super quick. His little global
What?
picture is
Yeah,
so funny.
he's so good.
He's only like 5 months old, and he's like kind of like scrunched from the
Yeah.
camera.
Right.
Not as
Oh,
cute as
that's
his passport photo, which was when he was 3
Yeah.
months old, and it was the cutest stinking photo.
Yeah.
Wait, can you guys text that to me? Because I am obsessed. I'm like, Ajax's little photo is he looks like a thug. I would love
Yeah.
to see zombies.
Yeah.
I will send it
We
to
will
you.
send
He's
it.
wearing his young, scrappy, and hungry Hamilton onesie.
Yeah.
So cute. Also, when I'm in town, is there any shows playing on Monday other than like
Yeah, there are a
Gatsby?
few. There are a few.
Yeah, there's a.
Yeah.
I can't tell you off the top of my head, but there
No.
are a few.
Yeah. Playbill. You go to playbill.com/weekly schedule.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so
mansplaining
much.
Broadway to
Yes,
the Broadway
yes.
star.
Yeah. That's a website. It's a website for this.
It's like
Go
when
to-
Cedric tries to explain medicine to me. I'm like, oh, thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
saying if there's anything that you guys have seen that you're like, oh, you have to see this. But anyway, I know the
Yeah.
schedule's crazy on Mondays. But okay, so I just wanted to bring it back to our progress this week. We're good on. We have the website. We started to let people know.
What did you think of the new website?
I love it. I think it feels frictionless. We just got to get people to decide to go to it. We have to just get people to put in their schedule that they're going to do it because it feels like a big thing. And then once you're there, it's not a big thing.
Yeah.
Wait, are we
It's-
tracking like who goes to the website versus who uploads pictures?
We have some of that track.
Because I feel like it's easy to go to the site, but like going through and finding pictures and uploading them, like I feel like that's more of the friction point than like just clicking a link to a website and like kind of.
And now it's actually Deanna tried it with just selfies. Like you just like snap the photos with a mirror, and that's also
Which
pretty
one
easy.
is Deanna? Because you have talked about her a couple times.
She's
Big
our,
Ukrainian
our friend who's a personal trainer who's trained
Got it.
Cedric since 2019.
So, yeah.
And we got very close during COVID because her small gym closed, and we started basically training with her 7 days a week in 2020. Like in our apartment before the gyms were reopened, we had like, you know, the select the weight dumbbells and a bench and the kettlebell. And she would have us lie down on our wooden floor on a towel and
just
like
pull
pull ourselves across the entire apartment with our arms on our belly. Like it is not easy.
You're like, also I'm mopping the ground.
Yep.
Also mopping.
But she became a good friend of ours. And so Cedric still trains with her, what, 4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 days a week.
And I try to join when I can.
Awesome. I love her
she's
photos
like
now that I know what you're talking about.
Super like
you
muscular. She's like a bodybuilder.
Yeah, you saw her on Zavi's first birthday.
Oh, I met her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's Ukrainian, brown hair.
Yes. I've just been seeing her in the photos and like the pants and stuff. I'm like, how do I get that body?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, why do my pants look better on you than on me? It's like, oh, because she's
so
like
not fair.
badass. Like, she puts a lot of work into her body. She's like.
Speaking of Becca, can I ask you what your opinion is on this? Who would you say? Because I know we talked about Supergirl and like who is she? Who is she not? Who would you say is the Bézier woman? Who is she?
I think anyone. Like I think that's the whole thing, right? I don't know if we need to have like a model.
I thought we were just going to say she is herself.
Oh, she's herself. I mean, Cedric has.
I said, the Bézier woman is herself.
Oh, a while back, we tried to come up with like 3 different archetypes.
Yeah, that was like one of those exercises, like very similar to what we did. What's the ideal customer profile?
Yeah, and one of the archetypes was very much like me, like, you know, an urban professional who's like into fitness, who like, you know, wants
between age 30 and 45 with Equinox membership who does yoga.
Right. Yeah. But like who wants leggings that like that can, you know, be at the gym, but also can be like for out and about in errands and also can like dress them up for a night out. Like that was kind of one of the archetypes. And another one was, I think, someone who was like like eco-conscious and like worried about like the landfill issue and waste.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Yeah, I think we finally settled on it's like it's currently people with 2 legs. Yeah, who wear leggings. That's about that's pretty much anyone who and can afford Lululemon or Alo or Vuori. I mean that tends to be that's kind of like what I've said is the demographic. It's pretty broad.
Yeah, I love that though.
I guess the person who's not is someone who's just looking for like fast, like cheap fashion, like someone who wants like Amazon leggings, or I mean Amazon isn't that, but like Shane, or like they want leggings for $10. Like that's probably not our demographic, and that's okay. Like people who are willing to spend a little bit more. Like obviously right now they're free, but like eventually it's going to be more like that Lululemon Alo price point.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to be, from the beginning I was like, I don't want them to be like $400 leggings. Like that's ridiculous, but they're not going to be like $15 leggings.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. I think, it's.
Yeah. If you want Lululemon quality without custom fit, you have Costco.
Oh.
No, Costco. Yeah. Costco leggings are actually pretty good quality.
Are they?
Yeah.
I mean, Kirkland in general.
Yeah. It's Kirkland.
Good
stuff.
I love the Kirkland diapers for age.
Yeah. Whatever they are. Kirkulemon, I guess, would be the Kirkulemon leggings are pretty. Yeah.
Cedric, for you, what do you think would have to happen this year to make this undeniable, to make this company undeniable? What needs?
Goal for this year is, I think, just get the 5,000 leggings out. We're giving away the 5,000 leggings for free. I know we don't currently publish that on the website, but once you upload a photo, we actually invite you for the free pair. If it's a photo, I think with fitted top and bottom, you get to like phase 2. There's like that secret passage in this phase 2, and then we invite you to create an account. So I want to get the 5,000 pairs out. We have a deal with the factory in the Philippines now for pretty much like 4-hour blocks, manufacturing blocks. So once we get to a regular manufacturing cadence, and their phase 2 is built, which is going to be in the next, I think, 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
We're funding part of that. So by the end of the year, I think goal is to get the fit algo down, and then once we feel pretty confident that like 95% of people like are happy on their first pair, I think this kind of makes this unstoppable next year.
Oh, I love that. Okay, and then my other question would be: so this week you said, ask 10 to 15 of your friends to go try out the new website, the new flow. For March is coming up, and this episode will probably air after that. But what would be your goal? How many would you like us to shoot for?
Oh, I mean, right now, I think once we get to a couple dozen a week, that's a good interim goal, and then we'll go from there. I feel like this is one of those companies that's definitely textbook exponential. And if you look at the curve, like, in the beginning, it will be slow. Getting like 5 people or 10 people a week will really feel like a stretch. But I think once we get to double that to 10 to 20, that might take a month or 2 or a few months. But once you get from like 100 to 200, I think it'll take just as much time to get from 5 to 10 as it will take to get from like 500 to 1,000.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of faith that the tail looks very good, or as some people will say, it's like the back half of the chessboard looks very good.
Okay. I like that.
It's going to take a while to get momentum, especially since I'm playing this in a way that I don't really want to give Zuckerberg more money. Where we're doing this organic video, hopefully, and like it catches on. I feel like that's a strategy. It's a slow burn and kind of like a fixed burn, but we're not like spending tens of thousands of dollars on meta advertising and Instagram. And so it's going to take. I recognize it's going to take longer, but in the long run, once this actually works, I think this feels like a pretty fun strategy. And we get to hang out with you.
I mean,
yeah,
I feel that about you guys. So
Aww.
I do, and definitely, thank you for saying that out loud, because I'm like, okay, like we do have to get these first few people in, and it is a slow burn. I'm like, is that bad? Is that bad? But Roy did mention that it would look like that too, and we were talking about how it would be smaller numbers in the beginning, and you're like, yeah, and at the end of the year we'll do 2,000, and then we'll do 4,000, and then I'm like, wait a minute. But it could easily be that if we do the slow burns, like
and you kind of want to. And there's a lot that's different about this business model because we're not like ordering 50,000 pairs that are coming across on a 20-foot container. Like we're not dealing with container loads of leggings that we have to close out.
Even with Baller with the yoga mats, it wasn't a container coming from abroad, but you still had to order like however many hides of leather. And Cedric had a leather yoga mat company, and we have
we still have
how many?
We still have like $30,000 worth of inventory that we just never sold. And so,
but like every once in a while one will sell. So like, you know, we have them, but like he pretty much had to just like put down all that money for that much product up front. And then, you know, you don't know how long it's gonna take to move it.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
you guys.
Fabric, but
we have the fabric in fact, but it can be turned into anything. Like we could just like create regular leggings, but you don't end up with the risk of we have like an extra 300 size zeros like in the warehouse, and if we don't sell them, like that will go out of style.
What do they call? I don't know what brand this is, but they call it we made too much.
That's Lulu.
Yeah, that's Lulu.
Is that
Lulu?
We're not doing that. There's not. We made too much.
Yeah, so we don't. It's the funny thing is like we don't have to worry about drops, but it's similar, I think, to what happens with Broadway, where if you have a hit show like Hamilton, like you only have so many seats that fit in that theater. So with 8 performances, you only have so much like manufacturing capacity, or you have only so many seats, in the theater. So it's kind of like fixed. It's kind of like what we'll probably run into eventually.
Until you film it and then put it on a streaming service. And then people still come and pay like $1,000 a ticket to see Leslie Odom Jr. perform.
I think
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they were like 1,500.
No,
they were like 900. They were 1,000. They were like 1,000.
They were like $8.99, I think. But on the day of, they were over 1,000.
That is so wild. Wait, but what does that look like when? I'm not going to even say if. When we do hit the capacity for our theater, and people are banging down the door to want to get in. What do you think, Cedric or Becca, of like, is it, nope, this is how many pairs we have? Or would you restructure things to where the masses can have them at the same time? Like, what do you think?
Well, I think the first thing that we start doing is that we start putting up a little bit more of, it's not a paywall. It's more of the first pair stops being absolutely free. We start charging for shipping. And then if there's still strong demand, then we start at least charging cost for the first pair. And then, with the return policy. But I think after that, it's not difficult to add capacity. Like we have plans to, in the new factory that we're putting in, I have space reserved for our own laser that can probably do, I want to say about 240 units a day. And then if we're doing that many units, if we're actually selling 240 units a day, then that once we get close to that, then we easily build a second factory.
Cedric also has family in the Philippines that's in the textile business, that's in clothing. Like his cousin Roxanne has a clothing, like a few clothing companies that are very successful.
Yeah, like the 3rd largest chain.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. She's like very, very stylish, very glamorous, and she's got it's like her main chain is kind of like a J. Crew equivalent, and then she's got at least one that's like higher end. And I thought there was also like
and then there's an athletic line.
Yeah, the athletic line. Yeah.
What? Wait, send me a link after this. I would check that out. That's so cool.
Yeah, she showed up at our wedding, and I was like, "Who is this? Like, she is
for real,
glamorous." Yeah. And she's a total sweetheart.
I want to be a glamorous woman one day. Oh my goodness, I love it. You said, who is this glamorous? Oh my God. Well, that's good. These are good updates. As we go into this next week, I'll be keeping a lot of this in mind. And as like I reach out to people and hopefully people like put in their pictures sooner than later, but also it's really helpful to know if they don't. So
Yeah.
right now it feels like it's a win-win as long as we just don't stop
Yeah.
believing. All right, I think that's it for this week, you guys.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you.
I love you both.
We love you too.